Wait, before you start your car today, you need to hear this. There's a feature in your car that costs zero, and 99% of drivers don't know about. Today, you're going to discover 13 of those features. Some are going to save you money, others can get you out of a desperate situation. And several of them are so simple that when you see them, you're going to ask yourself, how could I have ignored this for so long? Let's begin. 13. The inertia switch. Imagine this. You're driving calmly. You go up on a curb by accident, or you lightly graze another car. Nothing serious. The car looks perfectly fine on the outside, but when you try to start it, total silence. The engine doesn't respond. The car is dead. The first thing that crosses your mind is the usual. This is going to cost me a fortune at the shop. But wait, your car has a resurrection button. That's right, because any impact, no matter how slight, can trigger a fire if fuel keeps flowing. Many vehicles come factory equipped with a safety switch that activates automatically when it detects an impact and cuts the fuel supply at that instant. The problem is that even when there's no longer any danger, that switch stays activated, and that's why the car simply won't start. The solution is so simple, it's going to bother you that you didn't know it before. Look in the trunk, behind a side panel, or near the floor on the passenger side for a small button, sometimes covered by a cap. You press it, you get in the car, and it starts like nothing happened. No tow truck, no shop, without spending a single cent. And if it already bothered you not knowing this, wait until you see number 12, because that one has cost millions of drivers money without them ever realizing it. 12. Cruise control on downhill. Have you ever gone down a road with a long slope and noticed that you have your foot almost glued to the brake the whole time? It seems like the right thing. It seems like the responsible thing. Well, it turns out that is exactly what is destroying your brakes faster than you imagine. There's a trick that expert drivers have been using for years and that you probably have available right now in your car. Before starting the descent, activate the cruise control at the speed you want to maintain. What happens next seems almost like magic. The car itself starts using the engine as a brake, drops gears automatically, and maintains the speed without you touching anything. Your brakes rest, the car does the work, and you reach the bottom without that burning smell that we've all noticed at some point. That smell that means money you didn't want to spend. Simple, effective, and it's been waiting in your car for years for someone to tell you. Speaking of things that have been hidden for years. 11. Sunroof reset. This has happened to a lot of people, and almost everyone ends up paying at the shop for something they could have fixed themselves in 30 seconds. You change your car's battery, or it completely dies. Everything goes back to normal, except the sunroof. Suddenly it opens halfway, won't close on its own, or loses all its automatic functions. You take the car to the shop, and they charge you to check the electrical system. But here's the secret the shop isn't going to tell you for free. Your sunroof isn't broken, it just forgot its limits. Literally, the sunroof motor operates through a positioning system that tells it how far it should open and how far it should close. That memory lives in the vehicle's electrical current. That's why, when the battery dies, the system loses that reference and becomes disoriented, not knowing where its start and end points are. The solution is ridiculously simple. Turn on the car, hold down the close sunroof button for about 10 seconds. Don't let go even if the sunroof is already closed. The system will do a small automatic cycle as if recalibrating itself. And that's it. Everything goes back to working like the first day. No shop, no charge, no regret. Which is exactly what number 10 is about. 10. Electronic parking brake service mode. Quick question. Does your car have a small button with the P symbol near the gear shifter or on the dashboard? If the answer is yes, listen to this very carefully. That button controls your electronic parking brake and has a secret that mechanics know perfectly well, but that few are going to tell you for free. When the time comes to change the rear brake pads, you can't simply compress the piston like you would on traditional brakes. Because unlike conventional systems, this piston doesn't yield to manual pressure, but is controlled by an electric motor. If you try to force it, you can completely destroy that motor, and that type of repair can cost you anywhere from $500 to more than $1,000. What you need to do before touching anything is activate service mode. It's a specific combination that varies by brand, but generally involves the brake pedal, the electronic brake button, and the ignition. When you activate it correctly, the system retracts the pistons on its own without forcing anything. If you're ever going to change your rear pads or you take the car to a trusted mechanic, make sure they know this. The difference between knowing it and not knowing it is measured in bills. And speaking of differences measured in money, 09, the hidden tow hook. Imagine your car breaks down. Someone comes to help you. They tie the chain or the tow cable to the first thing they find under the car, a suspension arm. A piece that looks sturdy, anything that gives the feeling it can handle the pull. Serious mistake. Your car has a specific and reinforced point, designed exactly to withstand the force of a tow connected directly to the chassis structure. The problem is that it's hidden behind a small plastic cap on the front and rear bumper, also camouflaged so it looks like part of the design. In there is a special screw, and in the trunk or in your car's toolkit comes the hook that screws right into that point. That is the only correct place to pull the car. Using any other point can bend suspension pieces, break supports, or deform body parts. Repairs that easily exceed $1,000 or $2,000 for something that could have been avoided by knowing where that little screw was. Keep that information safe, and now comes something that goes beyond money. 08. Humidity sensor for defogging. This happens more often than you think. You're driving, and suddenly the windshield starts fogging up from the inside. In a matter of seconds, what was a small spot becomes a white curtain. You can't see anything, and you're still moving. You start fumbling with buttons. You turn up the fan. You roll down a window. You crank up the air conditioning. Total chaos while traffic keeps moving in front of you. That moment of panic, that fraction of a second where you're driving blind, is exactly the type of situation that causes accidents. What many people don't know is that several modern cars have a sensor hidden near the rear-view mirror that detects humidity inside the cabin before the windshield starts to fog up. Thanks to that, the system activates the defogging preventively without you touching anything, without you even noticing it's working. The trick for it to work well is just one. Keep the inside of the windshield clean. Accumulated dust and grease confuse the sensor, make it work poorly or too much. A clean windshield on the inside is the difference between a system that protects you on its own and one that fails exactly when you need it most. And if that seemed interesting to you, number 7 is something your car is doing right now without you knowing it and with a direct impact on how much gas you use. The solar sensor on the dashboard. There is something on your car's dashboard that almost nobody notices, a small cell. Sometimes it looks like a button that doesn't work. Other times it doesn't even stand out from the plastic surrounding it. It's a solar sensor, and what it does is smarter than it looks. It measures exactly which side the sun is hitting from, and as a result, automatically adjusts the air temperature on that side to compensate. If the sun is hitting directly on the driver's side, the system sends more cold air to that side without you having to move any control. Why does this matter? Because without that sensor, most drivers end up turning the air conditioning all the way up to feel cool, when in reality, they only need to balance the temperature. And that translates directly into more gas consumption and more wear on the compressor. Keep that small area of the dashboard clean. A dust-covered sensor is a sensor that can't do its job. And speaking of things that seem like a minor detail but have an enormous impact. 6. Tire inflation assistant. Did you know that almost half of the cars driving on the street have their tires improperly inflated? Not because the owners are careless, but because inflating a tire correctly without a precise gauge is almost impossible by eye. Well, it turns out that several modern cars have a built-in function that makes this ridiculously easy. With the car on, while you're putting air into the tire, the system itself monitors the pressure in real time. When it reaches exactly the right level, the car emits a sound or visual signal letting you know that's enough. No guessing, no coming up short, no going over and having to let air out afterward. A properly inflated tire lasts longer, uses less gas, and offers better grip on the road. An improperly inflated tire does exactly the opposite. And now you know that your car probably already has the solution built in and nobody had told you. Now then, if that bothered you, 05, the TPMS reset. The little tire light, that symbol that appears on the dashboard and that 90% of drivers turn off without paying attention to it, or that stays on days after having inflated the tires correctly. And here's the problem. Many cars need you to manually tell them that you already inflated the tires. The sensor doesn't reset itself. As a result, the light stays on even though everything is perfect, and you end up ignoring an alert that in other circumstances could be telling you something important. The reset is simple, depending on your model. There's a button under the steering wheel, inside the glove compartment, or in the dashboard settings menu. You press it with the tires already inflated. The system recognizes the new values and the light disappears. 2 minutes, $0. And the peace of mind of knowing that when that light comes on again, it's because there's something real to take care of. What comes next is one of those functions that seem like something out of a movie, but exists in more cars than you imagine. 4. Infrared night vision. Imagine driving at night on a dark road and seeing appear on your dashboard the silhouette of a deer standing in the road long before your lights illuminate it. That is not science fiction. It's a function that some high-end cars already come with from the factory, and that many owners never activate because they simply don't know it exists. It works through sensors that detect the heat of bodies, people, animals, cyclists at distances of up to 300 meters, much farther than where your lights reach. The image appears on the dashboard or on the front display, giving you extra seconds to react. And on a dark road, those seconds are the difference between braking in time or not. If you have a high-end vehicle from recent years, it's worth checking if this function is available. It could be there silently waiting for someone to discover it. And if you think only luxury cars have functions worth knowing about, number 3 is going to change that idea completely. Number 3, the rear defroster with timer. Quick question. When you press the rear defroster button, do you wait for it to turn off on its own, or do you leave it on indefinitely? If you leave it on, you're making a mistake that over time can affect your battery and the car's electrical system without you realizing it. Most cars have an automatic timer on that system. It activates, works between 10 and 15 minutes, and turns off on its own, exactly the time needed to clear the glass without overloading anything. The problem is that many drivers don't know it turns off on its own, and that's why they reactivate it unnecessarily. Or worse, in some cars, the timer fails or is deactivated. They leave it on the entire trip. Nothing dramatic immediately, but over time, that constant consumption takes a toll on the battery, especially on short routes where the alternator doesn't get to recover the charge. Now comes something that seems like a minor detail, but that in an accident can make an enormous difference. Number 2, the seatbelt height adjustment. Does the seatbelt rub against your neck? Does it cross your face instead of your shoulder? If the answer is yes, it's not that the seatbelt is on wrong, it's that you never adjusted it correctly. On the side pillar of your car, right where the seatbelt comes out of the wall, there's a mechanism that moves the anchor point up and down. You press a button, you slide it to the correct height, and that's it. The seatbelt should cross the center of your shoulder, not your neck or your arm. This is not just comfort. A poorly positioned seatbelt can cause you serious injuries in an accident, even if it's buckled, since the force of the impact distributes incorrectly, and instead of protecting you, it can hit you in vulnerable areas. It's a 10-second adjustment that almost nobody makes because almost nobody knows it exists. And when people discover it, the reaction is always the same. Why did nobody tell me this before? The exact same reaction you're going to have with number 1. 01. Climate Sync Multi-Zone. Do you have those 2 or 3 little temperature screens in your car? One for the driver, another for the passenger, maybe another for the ones in the back. And every time you adjust the temperature, you have to modify each zone separately. What most people don't know is that there's a button that says Sync somewhere on the climate controls. And what that button does is as simple as it is powerful. It synchronizes all zones at the same time. You change one, and they all change. But there's more. In many family cars, there's also a lock button for the rear controls. You activate it, and the passengers in the back can no longer go around changing the temperature as they please while you drive. 2 buttons that have been there since you bought the car. 2 buttons that nobody explained to you. And when you discover them, the reaction is always the same. A slap on the dashboard and an "I can't believe it." And with that, we're done. 13 functions that already lived in your car from day one. None require going to the shop. None cost money. They only required someone to tell you about them. The only question that remains is one: how many of these are you going to try today?